Welcome everyone to our presentation. My name is Casey and I am your host, and you're here because you want to learn more about Isagenix on the opportunity side. Thursday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have this presentation all about the product, and tonight is a focus more so on the opportunity wealth generation side. I'm going to be giving you some examples on some of our products. We don't make any type of medical claims. We don't cure, treat, diagnose, prevent anything. I'm also going to show you my earnings. But that's not to say this is not a get in, get rich quick. You're going to earn what I earn. This is just going to show you how people are able to create multiple six figures in a matter of a few years. And I'm going to show you the numbers behind that. So what if you can just learn like one thing different that could transform your life? Because I know when my friend Jennifer introduced me to network marketing, I was very uneducated about it. And I really just started because I wanted to lose some weight. When I got on the system and I released 12 pounds, I felt fantastic. I went from living on tons of coffee, Red Bull, Diet Mountain Dew. And my mom, she's released 30 pounds. So I just really believed in the product. And I was a nurse for kids with cancer. And the more educated I got on kind of, I started watching documentaries, Food Inc., Food Matters, Knives over Forks, What the Fork Are You Eating? And I was learning about this nutrition, Isagenix, and just how easy it was for me to get this great nutrition in my body. And I was compelled to share it with every single person that would listen to me because of how great I felt. And then I read a book called The 4-Year Career. My friend Jennifer, she had been building, and I learned this was something that I could do to retire my husband so that I wouldn't have to go through deployments. And I went to an event and I got busy. And I just got back from a cruise. I took my whole family on there for Christmas. And, I'm just really able to work wherever I want with who I want when I want. And I love the beach. I'm a big believer in earning more to give more. I get to sponsor kids around the world. And that's kind of the life that I've designed for myself now. I mean, if you follow me on Facebook, you're probably always seeing me off out and about. Just got to buy a great house on the lake. So it's just this lifestyle while you're blessing people with nutrition. And, and I loved being a nurse. I did. I did not like the politics behind it, though. I can say that. And you're working so hard, but are we getting ahead too is my question. Or people are taking out 2, 3 jobs trying to work overtime. So this is all about using the vehicle of Isagenix to bless your life and the lives of others. So I'm going to talk to you about our market trends, our solutions, the kind of partnership that we have, and how that all ties in to this being really, the trifecta of opportunities. So let's take a look at our market trends. There is an epidemic of obesity when I was on that cruise, and especially childhood obesity. Just we're in a carb nation where everything's starch and so fast, and it's really leading to just this epidemic of obesity. And you look at the global weight loss market was $672 billion back in 2015. Over 69% of people in North America are considered overweight or obese. As an entrepreneur looking at a market to get into, that is a market to be in. The fitness industry was worth over $75 billion from gyms alone in 2015, right? We are not just a weight loss at all. We have just superior products for athletes in the fitness industry. And then you think about global anti-aging, right, too, and the kind of market trends that is to reach $285 billion by 2018. As an entrepreneur, do I want to play in that market? You bet I do. So if your business covers every single one of these trends, I would say that's a good thing. Then you think about the amount of people who are in need for extra money, or maybe people they're just not satisfied. You think about taxes, are they going up or down? They're going up. Healthcare costs up. Debt skyrocketing. Student loan debt. You guys, 8% front-loaded loans. You can't even declare bankruptcy on those. So you think about that and how people are just getting out of college, and then, they're just swamped by this student debt too. 76% of people cite money and work as the leading cause of stress in their life. And sometimes it doesn't matter how much a job pays you if it's stressful, right? So let's look at the solutions. So here we have our product solutions, right? We do the weight loss, energy, and performance, healthy aging, and wealth creation that we just talked about. every single thing about Isagenix too, the more you dig into it, the better it is. There's a lot of companies out there, and I've looked at a lot of them to do comparisons and just, educate myself in the industry as a whole. And you will not find something that has higher integrity than Isagenix. We do third-party testing. We test our raw materials, and we also formulate in-house, so we're not sending it out for formulation and then not knowing what we're getting, which is what happens in a lot of cases, unfortunately. Everything we do is backed by science. And then these are our 5 pillars of health that I believe everybody deserves to have in their body. And you have your isoline shake. It's a meal replacement that people are going to be doing. Less than $3. You think about affordable for a meal. You have the cleanse, which is really just promoting the body's natural ability to detox. You have your ionics, which we call it the liquid gold, our minerals. And then we have our Aegis Essentials with Product B Isogenesis that really, this is a presentation itself, you guys, on Product B alone. If you're interested in the anti-aging market, please ask whoever invited you to get a recording of our Product B presentation, because it truly is remarkable in that industry. And again, Thursday night, we go into detail about the product. And we're just an entire superfood grocery store. So how many of us would love to earn off of our own superfood grocery store, or people that shop at it? Because that's what we're doing. And then 2, you get to rest assured that Isagenix is handling all the science, the information. Isagenixhealth.net is incredible. We had 56% more weight loss with Isagenix than the Heart Healthy diet. And this is the key, twice as much visceral fat loss. That is massive right there. Then you think about health and wellness in terms of baby boomers. So for the next 15 years, 10,000 people a day, 10,000 people a day are turning the age 65 and above. They're spending 1 out of every $2 on healthcare, right? On their health. That is a massive market. Everybody wants to be healthy and everybody needs it. And that is what has just really put together the opportunity aspect. And I want to talk really about residual, because we have a lot of upfront bonus money that Isagenix is going to pay you, for introducing people and rank advancing. But what excites me is that my head hits the pillow and I earn an income while I sleep. That's called residual income. So that's really my goal. Me and my husband, if it doesn't develop residual, we don't really even look at it at this point, just because I'm very aware that there's something better out there, and it's called residual, than brick and mortar. So if you had wealth of 3 months or 90 days, that would be like saying, okay, you had 12,000 in savings, but your expenses were 4,000. So if you did not change your level of lifestyle living, you could not continue to go on with your current level of lifestyle because you're not having more money come in, right? So that's trading time for dollars. So if you look at just some statistics of network marketing, because I was very gun shy about it being network marketing, but these facts are just incredible. Worldwide sales over 182 billion. Health and beauty definitely dominates the direct sales industry, and there truly is no limit on the earning potential. So if you look at like the NFL back in 2012 and the music industry and video gaming combined, network marketing in 2012 still pulled in more money than all of those massive industries combined. It is a great way to move product and services. And then you think about, okay, well, if I'm going to align with network marketing, who do I want to align with? Well, we already talked a little bit about the products. Well, John Anderson, he got very upset that companies that he would, formulate products for would dilute his products. So he called Jim and Kathy Coover to pull them out of retirement, so that they could be the company that does it right with just no compromise products. We actually now are over $4 billion in cumulative sales. And Jim and Kathy came out of retirement to do it right, to be the company that does network marketing right. And I can tell you, you really are a part of their family. It's a legacy company. Their son Eric and his beautiful fiance Peta, like, we are so blessed to have these people. And truly the vision is to impact world health. And from doing that, we're freeing people from physical and financial pain. And that is what's allowing us to create the largest health and wellness company in the world. And Kathy's vision is to have more 6- and 7-figure earners than any other company. And you think about, it's very global. I have teams in about 7 countries right now, some product users and some really good building going on in some of the Asian countries. And it's not that I knew people over there, but it's something called social media, right? And the fact that we're in 14 countries, anywhere that we're in business, you can do business from any of the part of the world that you're in. So I love that. and I love social media, and we really do a great job with training our team on social media. And so that's how you get to benefit from everything. So, we talked about the strong management team. We already went over the products. It really is, when you talk about this compensation plan, they just keep changing it and adding more money. And Kathy Cooper is a master at systems, and all the systems that they put together. And it's as simple as using the products and getting your product story. And then we're going to share the system. We're going to find customers as we share the system, and then we're going to identify people who will share the product and who will become our business partners too. 80% of the people will just use the products. I get asked before if this is a pyramid scheme. I asked that to Jennifer. And here's the thing, right? Any corporate structure that you look at will look like a pyramid. It will look like a triangle because there's a CEO, then you have people that are following under that, right? So I use a hospital as an example because I was a nurse. So here we had the CEO of the hospital. Now, how hard as a nurse could I have showed up, worked 24 hours a day, around the clock, overtime, and ever gotten to the salary of the CEO of the hospital? Not going to happen. You're paid based on a title, not paid based on your service and production, right? You could be the best nurse on the planet, but still you're not going to out earn the CEO of the hospital because that's a corporate pyramid structure. So I actually out earn a lot of people above me. I know my friend Jennifer does. And honestly, my whole goal is to have people that, I have brought into this organization even be able to out earn me. It is a win-win mentality, and it's about lifting people up. And again, there's tons of upfront money that you guys, we have great movies on iceandmovie.com under wealth creation that go over our compensation plan, as far as coming in and getting your products paid for. They'll send you money on the card. But I want to talk to you about the residual. So we're taking ourselves into something called leverage, which is big business and investment. 95% of the population is on the left side of the Rich Dad, Poor Dad quadrant. If you haven't read it, it's the #1 finance book of all time. 5% of the population is in big business, and that allows them to invest. Now, what about 5% of people control 95% of the wealth? That's not by accident, right? They're designing their life to do that through vehicles that have leverage. So if you have one person at 8 hours a day for 5 days a week at 40 hours, let's just say that's $10 an hour. Well, take that little step further, right? 10 people just doing 1.5 hours for 5 days a week. See how you've already gotten to 75 hours of production time? Keep that going. 20 people at 1.5 hours, 150 hours of production time have been able to been done, where the max amount of production that you can do off of your sole efforts is 120 hours in a work week. That's if you're doing 5 hours a day, 24 hours a day. And then it just keeps going on and on. So that's leverage. So I'm going to show you now how this is what excites me, the money while you sleep. And we earn 6% off of everything, unlimited depth throughout our organization, and we can build as many business centers as we want, and we always get to benefit off of the excess volume on our first business center. So I'm going to show you just how those numbers pan out. Every single product has a point value in Isagenix. Every single product has a point. So when you accumulate 600 points on one side and 300 points on another for 900 total, it pays you out at 6% at $54. That is our cycle. So and it's banking. As you're a product user, you are banking on your own product too. So we just have two teams. That is it. Left and right. That's all we have. And truly, our compensation plan is what I like to call you plus two, them plus two. But here again, 300 on one side and 600 on another will generate your cycle. That is your residual income. So my question to you is, over time, can you find two people on your left who get it and two people on your right who get it? Because this is our entire compensation plan right here. You plus two, them plus two. Now, take that one step further. And when I say people who get it, people who understand these numbers, they see the opportunity, they love the products, they feel integrity with the company, they love sharing the system, and they are willing to say, oh my gosh, this is my vehicle to freedom, and they build this business with you. I'm not talking about all the product users that are coming in, which are 80% of your business. I'm just going to lay out the numbers for you. If it was just from the original two on your left and two on your right who understand what I'm about to show. Because that would duplicate. They would then do what? Introduce two on their left and two on their right, right? So our overhead every single month to do this business is $150 a month approximately before tax and shipping. So some states don't have tax on it, but that is what your overhead is. It allows you to do geometric progression. Now, my question, was I spending $150 on food? Yes, a lot more than that. Was it bad food? Yes, these are superfoods. So I just reallocated what I was already spending, and it's my overhead. It's fantastic. So you enroll 4 people who each would then enroll 4, right? We saw that in that little diagram. Now those 16 would each enroll 4. Then you'd have 64. 64 then each enroll 4. Now you have 256. So you're talking about you have 340 people. If they were purchasing just the minimum of 100 points, which is about $150, that would be $51,000 of product being moved through your organization. Again, that's if they're purchasing the minimum just to be active. 6% of that is $2,000 a month in residual income, meaning just from people placing their orders to be active, that comes to you residually. So now let's take it a step further. Maybe that took you 3 years. Again, this is not exact. This is just example. But 64, right, who with the 256 total, now they go 4. See where you've had a massive quantum leap of geometric progression? Right there, people purchasing just the minimum to be active, that would be over $200,000 of products being moved. That would be $8,000 a month in residual income. Let's say that took 4 years, 5 years. Certainly wasn't making that as a nurse. Now let's take it, a step further. When you have your next quantum leap right here. Once you have that, that would be over $800,000 being moved through your organization, and that would be over $32,000 a month in residual income of people if it was just from your original 4 who kept duplicating. Because I'm telling you, when you find people who are all in, who really want to use this as the vehicle and, put these products in people's bodies to bless them, they will not stop, and I love that. So I'm going to show you my earnings, and here my first month, I didn't make goose egg. I started sharing it with some people. A lot of this is bonus money and whatnot. So as a nurse, I was paid either $1,200 to $1,500 every 2 weeks. That was my income. I got a $1.50 raise in 4 years as a registered nurse, and I was responsible for the lives of other people. So, here in August, I was able to give myself over a $10,000 raise in a year, essentially is how I look at it, because I was in production, right? I'm being paid based on my production. That does not happen in a corporate structure. So here's my highest month to date. It's been $45,000. I've only been paid for 3 weeks out of the month of March, so I'll still have another week pay coming for that. And, I've been out of the country and I was on a cruise and, things like that. And so, again, this is not a get in and get rich quick. I've definitely worked. This is a business like anything else. It's called network marketing. But I think people don't look at this like an opportunity. They look at it like maybe some hobby, and that truly can cost people the life that they've always wanted to live because it's residual and you have so much more time than the traditional brick and mortar job. But again, you can go to isagenixearnings.com to see our earnings disclaimer. So I'm going to ask you a question. Would you rather $1 million right now or a penny that doubles but only for 30 days? The old me would have said $1 million. I don't want a penny that's only going to double for 30 days. But just like how in those examples of the 4 who find 4 and how I showed you in my income, how it has grown, the thing is that same numbers that are taking place in geometric progression is what's taking place. But I think what happens all too often is people they come in and they think that they should be making $10,000-$20,000 getting started or something like that. But no, you have to put in the time for the 6% to develop. Now, do some people come in and skyrocket? Yes, they do. But just like with any other traditional business, majority are 3 years before they're even profitable. And that's nothing like this when you really apply your time to it. So, that penny comes to over $5 million. And that really is, it just blows my mind, geometric progression. But again, if time has to be put in, so if your red lines are time, it does have to be put in until you get to the freedom or the money. And again, we have tons of upfront bonus money, but for that 6% to develop, but it's worth it. How long was I going to go to school or be a nurse for 40 years? right? My income wasn't going to keep growing up like that. Absolutely, it wasn't. So I went to school for 6 years and invested a ton of money to get my RN degree. But in just 3.5 years, I've been able to develop this kind of wealth for myself and my family with no education whatsoever and just using those incredible products and tools that are set up. I don't even look at this like direct sales because to me it's way better. In direct sales, that's like saying, hey, look, you can buy as many sodas that you want from me for $1 and turn around and sell them for $2. Sell as many as you want. What happens when you stop selling those sodas? You stop making money, right? If you stop selling, you stop making money. Well, in network marketing and with Isagenix, it's saying, look, you're going to purchase your initial vending machine, right? Your starter packs from our basic plus to our family business pack, right? Between that range, you're going to get your starter pack. And then all you're going to do is help other people set up their own superfood store accounts. And any product that ever moves through that vending machine, i.e., their back office, that is residual money coming to you. That is money when you make, when you're sleeping, when orders go out, when new people enroll people in your team, when auto ships go out. That is network marketing. It is totally different than direct sales. It is when the time that you are putting in now is paying you time and time and time again. And when I read the book, The 4-Year Career, it blew my mind. The numbers made sense. And I just said, I have to get to an event and see what this is about because I desired freedom. And I had no idea how I was going to do this. I didn't really even know a lot about social media. In fact, really hardly anything. Didn't think I was good in sales, didn't want to talk to strangers, didn't want to bother friends and family. But there's a beautiful way to go about doing this because you are blessing someone every single time you introduce them to the Isagenix product, even if they do want nothing to do with the business. Who cares? People deserve to have optimal health, and there is not a better product on the market than Isagenix. And then I just learned how to do it after I committed to saying I was going to learn how to do this. Our number one income earner of all times, Jimmy Smith, 74 when he got started. He said when he found out there was a business, he could spend a few $100 to get started, eat his overhead, become healthy, and fail 90% of the time and become obscenely wealthy. What do you think I said? Yes, I can do it. He was a butcher. He's paid more in taxes than he's made in his entire butcher career. So I love that for Jimmy. If a 74-year-old man can do this, certainly any single one of us can do this too. It's just about making that decision and committing to doing it. So I want to thank you all for checking out our presentation. Just get back to the person who invited you to this. And again, there's a lot more that we have that you can learn more in depth about all the bonuses with the compensation plan, more about the products. This is just kind of an overview of the large vision. But just thank you all so much for joining, and I hope you all have a great day or night.